Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have broccoli in my socks and I do as they command. And this is the 24th episode of the Gentleman's Gank podcast. I'm Tim.
I'm John.
I'm Pierre.
I'm a bunch of carrots in a sack, weirdly enough.
All
Yeah,
right.
That makes sense.
Moving on. We're going to have the last episode where we talk about 2014's best games of the year in a list format. Hopefully.
Are we just going to list off all the games in 2014
Nope.
or just the best ones?
We're going to Oh, no, that would be terrible.
Wouldn't that just be an hour-long list?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I can talk fast, but wow.
Well, I mean, the ones that actually matter.
All games matter. All of
Jonathan,
them.
the
Except for
early
all
access
of
games
them.
do not matter.
This is true.
Yeah, he's got a point there.
This is true. Alright, now we're going to talk about the 5 best games of 2014 from game designers' perspective. So, number 5, Evil Within. Now, this whole thing is based off of an article from Edian Schmierlars.
No, see, I don't see any interest in that one. That one was just another skinning of Resident Evil, in my opinion.
Yeah, everyone I've talked to who played it said they were unimpressed.
Really?
Really, yeah.
Like, they found more interest in Alien Isolation, which had a really interesting gameplay experience.
See, what I hear about this game is that when it comes to responsibilities, like...
The white noise is gone.
Wait, what?
Like, listen,
What just happened? Did Pierre just go crazy for a second?
no.
I mean, go
There's
crazy.
been this static that's been in the that I've been hearing this entire time.
In your head?
No,
Were you about to say in my head?
no, in my headset.
Oh, sure.
And just now it's gone. Like, in all the podcasts, I've always heard it, but now, for once, it's gone.
Looks like
No,
someone
it's back.
else has dementia.
I guess Slender got bored of tapping us.
Now it's back. Moving back onto subject.
Number 4, Blackwell Epiphany. Do y'all know
I've
about
never
it?
even heard of that.
I had no idea what that is.
Nope, not a clue.
Wow. Okay, well, let me look this up so I can actually talk with any sort of knowledge of anything and sound intelligent. Totally not going to edit that part out.
Of course not.
Let's just fill it with dicks. Dicks.
Blackwell, the series, is a series of 5 graphic adventure video games from Wadjet iGames. Wadjet, that's a weird. Created
weird.
by Dave Gilbert. It
I think I've
generally
actually heard of that.
focuses on Rosangela Blackwell, a spiritual medium, and her spirit guide, Joey Malone, who work to help ghosts transition to the afterlife. The games were the Blackwell Legacy, Blackwell Unbound, Blackwell Convergence, Blackwell Deception, and Blackwell Epiphany. And the genius of Blackwell Epiphany is that it takes a really simple game, because, honestly, it's a graphic adventure.
Yeah.
When was the last time any of us have ever been challenged by a graphic adventure game?
One time I was
Great
blind
question.
in my right eye, and that made it really difficult
Well,
to see.
there was this one time when I was like 6 years old, 5 years old.
What was that one about dating prostitutes?
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm
You
gonna
mean
keep
GTA
moving.
5?
No.
You
That
mean
one's not one
GTA?
of those point-and-click graphic adventures.
I
It's the,
don't want to know what you're pointing and clicking at. Moving on. It's the genius of it is that you can make a deep, emotionally engaging game in any framework or template, whether it's real-time strategy or puzzle, and all it takes is a creator's talent, and that's what they did. And
Leisure
it's-
Suit Larry. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's less bad than I was thinking. We don't know what your tastes are in games, or women.
Now I'm wondering what you were thinking.
You don't want to know.
See, now I'm not the bad one.
Yes, you are. You're still bad. You're French.
Just because one person is worse doesn't mean you're not bad, Pierre. Also, he's not worse. You're still bad.
Yes. There we go.
Really? You're gonna side with him on this one, Dominic?
Yeah, I work with him.
Then you should have full knowledge of how horrible of a person he is.
Oh, I do. I just have to pretend like it's not there.
Oh, I see. Okay. Fair enough.
Also, Pierre's actually the worst. Right, Dominic?
Yes, very much so.
Yes, my master.
And like all of my friends, he does not hold me hostage for my opinion.
So,
That is good to know.
Let me out.
so this game is just a point-and-click adventure, and so basically the exact way that that's made makes it unable to offer a proper narrative experience. You just can't do it, except if you're Dave Gilbert, who made Blackwell Epiphany.
Is it that good?
So he took a mess of a game, a mess of a
The
game,
game style.
style and turned it into one of the best gaming series of all times. According to this one person's thoughts, and my personal agreement in some cases. I don't necessarily say that it's the best, but it might be one of them.
That person did say one of the best, I believe.
He did. Number 3 is the nudge of Far Cry 4. Now, his point is not the fact that Far Cry 4 is a very impressive game. It's, shit hits the fan systems, second to none, owed to a player's autonomy and competence. But the one thing that made this person smile the most was beating a level and seeing the name of the level, and then just underneath it, Outpost Liberated, 24 out of 24, undetected. And it throws that nice little word in there in the end. Is there any real reward for that? No. Did he get an achievement for doing that? No. Did lots of people play the game over and over and over and over to do Let's Plays so that they could have Far Cry 4 Outposts only permadeath, no bullets, no minimap, no shopping?
Stop saying words.
Yes!
I'm so confused. I'm drowning in words.
Yes, several, in fact, multitudes of players played Far Cry 4 just so that they could get the perfect game. That was Far Cry 4, Outposts only, permadeath, no bullets, no minimap, no shopping, undetected.
So pretty much you were wandering aimlessly in Far Cry 4.
No, I mean you beat the game. You went level through level. You just did it perfectly.
I think what gets me most about that game is that game can actually be beaten in 15 minutes.
Hacks?
No. So there's quick intro and I guess spoilers, it's literal first 5 seconds of the game, so it shouldn't really surprise anyone if they've started playing. You are taken by this guy named Pagan Min, who is after the ashes of your mother. He takes you and your friend back to this fortress, and he says, like, I'll be back in a minute, and takes your friend to interrogate him. And so the goal is for you to get out, but if you sit around and wait, he shows back up, and you become friends with him, and the game ends.
Excellent.
And then you can just restart normally, and you're just like, what happened? It's pretty awesome.
To be fair, within every GTA, well, with pretty much all of Rockstar games, you have to find the Sasquatch somewhere in there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I repeat again that these are the 5 best games from a game designer's perspective. So these might not be the best games. For example, the top one, which everyone said that they've heard bad news about.
Is it Sonic Boom? Oh, please let it be Sonic Boom.
No. It's a little bit more of a
You think-
telltale.
Don't say Telltale and pretend like we don't know what that means.
2 and 1, both of them.
Really?
are the magic template of The Walking Dead Section 2 and The Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us did improve in comparison. Well, it had a little bit more fun with its storyline than most of the dark stories of the rest of the Telltale games. God damn it!
Yeah, not my style of game.
The Holy
I mean,
Grail.
I will play it. I will definitely play the shit out of that game.
The
But
Holy
I am
Grail.
so tired of the hype
Let me talk.
over those.
The Holy Grail of narrative games is a template. It sounds weird, but making things is a lot easier when you're under a limit. And, you know, every game designer is under a limit unless you work at Valve or Nintendo. And, I mean, honestly, because of that, they make really, really good games, but they also don't make as much money because they don't make them quite so often. So they do other things, like run Steam and give out hats.
Or sell their old games again.
Yes. So, I mean, and like, Nintendo does that. They have the Virtual Console.
They do it well.
Yeah, they do it well, and we still buy those games because we still love those games because they made them slowly.
Yeah.
But if you work within a limit and you just give them just that within your template, because, you know, the template for storytelling games, they've been searching for a template for that for a long time, whether it's been text adventures or point-and-click adventures or 3D explorers, which are all Telltale games. I mean, Telltale didn't make them, but that's basically what Telltale's been doing. That's been a whole history of it. But the storytelling format of Telltale and other games is not perfected in the least. But Telltale has mastered it. With their abilities to just they keep churning them out.
Well, I think that's also has something to do with the market that they're hitting. The U.S. has not been has not really had any games that have had crucial decisions within a game.
Mass Effect.
I was about to get to that. That is one of the few games, and that is one of the biggest reasons why Mass Effect sold so well, is because it was the closest it's ever been to something like a JRPG. RPGs and JRPGs are very different in how they're considered. RPGs within the US are considered more open world and free to do whatever you want.
Well, also there's a
are more decision based.
Like several order of magnitudes. That's the difference between JRPGs and RPGs. Is several order of magnitudes, or orders of magnitude.
Yeah.
Whereas health in, US is calculated in the tens.
Yeah.
Health in JRPGs is located in the tens of thousands. Dude, I got 80 health. Wow,
Dude,
only
I
that?
just crit for 367 million damage. That was a 10% of the boss's life. I might beat him by Sunday.
Yeah.
But no, like games like Shin Megami Tensei, where you have multiple end games to it, where you could end with either a bad end with just the bad, to neutral ending, which is almost impossible to ever get in a game. As well as then there's the good ending, and then there's another set of endings beyond that, and
Well,
it's just so long.
That was what game?
Shin Megami Tensei series.
Okay.
Yeah.
As well as the Fate series. I've mentioned this before. Fate Stay Night has multiple endings to it. The most known series of the series, the one that's very famous for that one line that I can't remember right now because I don't want to remember it. It's just simply one
People
of the
die when they're killed.
yes, yes, that one.
We have
Oh, I
talked
know
about
that
this
line.
before, so if y'all don't remember, go back and watch all of our episodes again and like them all, please, please.
Please like,
Wow.
favorite, and subscribe.
Again, please. I know there's only about 4 of you, so we'd appreciate it. But
Love the
like I
self-hate.
said, that anime series is based on one of the endings to this game series. The new reboot of the series is based on an entirely different ending to it, and there's even bad endings for each of those endings.
Do you know why
Wow.
there's so few of those games?
Because of that.
Because people don't like to make decisions.
Well, partially that. And yeah, it really is. There's a lot of the psychology of people not wanting to make decisions. That's why they go to video games, so that they don't have to live with the decisions that they make in life.
Yeah.
That is a big portion of why people play video games.
But,
Yeah,
But
that's
one of the
why the
biggest
Telltale
reasons
games
why
are
there
so-
aren't many of those games out there is because it's hard.
It is hard.
And
takes
I
a
don't
lot of
I don't
time
mean
to-
hard in the sense that it's hard to program these games, because it's really easy to
No,
program
it's
these things.
plotting.
And plotting is actually really easy too, except for endings. You can make a single game really easy. You can make a single game with multiple endings incredibly easy. I could make 1,000 Mass Effects 1s with terrible graphics, but but I can do it. Anybody can make the first one. But the second one and the third one, when it all goes based off the fact that there are 13 different endings that you can have, and everyone is different, and everyone comes with a completely different universe, and then you come to game 2, how do you set up game 2 when you don't know how game 1 ended? And that's how Telltale Games wins.
Yeah, that is so true.
Because how many Mass Effect or games were there? 3. They got to 3. How many Telltale games are there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted,
No
do
one
I
said
play
about-
any of them? No. Am I
You don't need
impressed
to,
by
you
them?
know exactly how it works.
Yeah. Am I impressed? Yes.
Incredibly.
Very impressed. Still won't play them. Y'all should go send your money to Telltale, though. Because, we're impressed.
As a particularly cynical webcomic once said, why make great when good sells better?
Yeah. Alright, I think that's it.
That's
Y'all have anything else to add?
I
I'm
don't believe so.
tired.
I think I'm good.
Alright. Well, that is it for this week. We will see you next week. This has been Jonathan.
Pierre.
Dominic.
And broccoli.
Well, Dominic showed up. Wonder where Carrots went. Alright. We'll see you later. Bye.
See ya.
People.